8.19% extrinsic value. So 8% of this is extrinsic value. So that means 92% of it is in the money. 92% is the moneyness, which is what we want. Let's jump into the Discord and work on that. We'll start with Tug's question real quick. Tug was asking, TrendSpider has a sale going on. Which level am I using? I am using the mostest advancedest level. I don't actually know what it's called. Let's see here. I legit don't know what it's called. I think I'd have to log out of TrendSpider and then log back in to see what the other types are. But you don't have to have that, right? You could honestly use like the middle level. I think that's what I had for ages and ages. And that would work really well. You can use the discount code 10minute 10MINUTE at checkout. That might get you some additional bonus or some additional discount. I know it does at least 35%, and it should match anything else that's out there as well if it is higher than 35%. So give that a shot. Hopefully it works for you. But yeah, I use I don't know what it's called, the biggest and baddest one there. That's a Mahesh question about OVTLYR offering order blocks in the future. I really don't know what the plan will be with that. Okay, very cool. Now let's go to Goran's question. So Goran was asking a lot about extrinsic value yesterday. And so in his platform, it looks a little different. And so we were having some conversations about that as far as how to find the extrinsic value, because on his, it shows TMV right there. And maybe yours does too, right? Now, some people would call that time value, all the extrinsic. You could, in theory, call that all time value. And so I think that that's where their head is at. So let's do the calculations, Goran. That way you can totally follow along. So the time value is in this column here. The current price, thank you for taking an updated screenshot, was $44.75 at the time. So $44.75 minus the strike. In this case, this is XLF, and I'm in the 42s. So $44.75 minus 42 is $2.75 of intrinsic value. Remember, that's the moneyness of it. That's what we want to have. We want to have the intrinsic value be as huge as possible and the extrinsic value be as small as possible. And so if we're looking at the 42 still, you can see, let's just say it's $3 for ease of use. The difference between $3 and $2.75 is 25 cents. So Goran, it may be a couple pennies off here and there, but you know what? That's going to be pretty much exactly the value that you're looking for. Now, just to recap how we calculate this, you take the current price of the stock minus the strike that you're in. You get that difference right there, okay? And then you look at what is the price of the option. So we're going to say $3 mid price. The difference between $3 and $2.75 of intrinsic value gets you this value right here, which we're going to call the extrinsic value, or in his platform, it's called the time value. And then that's where I take this value here, so 0.25, divided by the ask price. So the bid price versus the ask. If I'm going to buy it, this is what I have to pay for it, right? So 25 cents over 305 gives you 8%, 8.19% extrinsic value. So 8% of this is extrinsic value. So that means 92% of it is in the money. 92% is the moneyness, which is what we want. So Goran, let me know if you have any other questions on that, but you should be good to go, right? Not exactly listed as extrinsic value, but it's so close. It could just be a couple pennies off and you'll be good to go. Now let's, I think we're gonna have another busy day. So let's jump right into our market analysis. All right. Welcome to the OVTLYR trading room. This is smart trading made simple. Save time, make money, start winning with less risk. And that's what I like to call profit hacking. And I'm trying to get ahead of myself over and over and over. You can get a copy of the playbook over at profithackingplaybook.com or inside the VIP Investors Toolkit in our Discord. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Christopher Yule. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I've been successfully trading since 2009. I'm a partner with OVTLYR, and this is my style of trading using the OVTLYR data. And I call it the golden ticket trading strategies, the 8 steps to turn profit hacking into pure gold. And double check that you are subscribed. I'd hate for you to miss out because we go live every single day. I've noticed that there's been more and more and more and more people watching the live streams, which is awesome. Super, super excited about that. So be sure you are subscribed. Just double check while you're looking. Goran says, that's cool. Thanks. Awesome. We got it. So the golden ticket trading strategy is unlocked with the master key, with the SPY signal, the market breadth being bullish, and then the sector breadth being bullish if we're going long. Okay. So let's go take a look on OVTLYR. Go to the SPY. We still have a buy signal as of July 11th. The SPY is still in a buy. Let's just zoom in on that real quick. The SPY is still in a buy, and it is absolutely showing a profitable position at the moment. Now, the market breadth. We can see here that it is continuing to trend higher. That's exactly what we want to see. And then this morning, I went through and updated all the sectors. Just a moment. And all the sectors are showing bullish once again, minus staples. So utilities actually came up bearish. I'm sorry, bullish. Everything's showing bullish except staples, including utilities, which crossed this morning. Look at this move on utilities. They've been going down and then it popped right back up. So utilities looking bullish right now. So that's pretty awesome. So that allows us to have a lot of opportunities out there. So let's go to the next step. We want to see this 10 over the 20 or price over the 50 on the SPY. 10, 20, 50. Everything is pointing north. So that's bullish. I like that. Next is the market breadth. We want to double check and make sure the market breadth is still pushing higher like that. Here we go. Market breadth is looking strong. And when it gets up to 75%, that's when I'm going to start considering a lot less trades. And once we get over 75% and it comes back down, even from 75 to 74, I'm out. I'm out for a while. Okay, until things come back around to be bullish. So the next step is we need to reduce risk before adding any new trades. And here we got some work to do. Let's start with XLF. It's not above, I'm sorry, not above, but not below yesterday's low. There's no order blocks in our way. It's not below the half ATR or the 10 EMA. So that looks great. But we do need to check the heat map, because on the heat map, I said I get out at G17, XLF heat map. Went from G14 to G16 today, which means we will absolutely be getting out of XLF tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to make a note on here. Closing on 8/28. Because it's either going to stall at G16 or it's going to go up from G16 to G17, which is our exit point tomorrow. So we'll be closing XLF tomorrow for sure. FI, we said we'd sell into strength at G37, not below the half ATR, not below the 10 EMA, and not below yesterday's low. So let's go to FI. While that loads, this is everything I'm looking for right here. FI. We said we'd get out at G37 because the deeper it gets, the shorter leash you want to give it. It is at, oh, look at that. It was a G36 yesterday. It's again at G36. So we have a heat map stall. So it is an exit point. So I need to close FI. All right, FI. This is Fiserv. Need to close Fiserv. This is the 165s. And yes, we rolled up from the 160s. Now we're in the 165s. That's what I was double checking. And let's see where I can get out at. Current mid price is 705. I'm going to start there. Sell to close. Not filled. Let's go down to 695. Fill to 699. 699 was my fill price. So 699. So we paid 907. Yeah, 907. Or I paid 907 for that. And then we rolled for 425. And then right now we just took in another credit for 699, which means we had a $217 profit per contract. And you divide 217 by 907. Did that wrong? Get you about 24%. 23.86% is what it came out to for me after commissions. So I'll take that 23.86. Now let me add that to the Discord. FI. Reply. Closed. Today is the 27th. Closed FI. And 65 calls for 699. It was a 23.86% win for me. And that grew the portfolio by 1.97%. And the heat mapped stalled, actually. Cool. FI is gone. Now you should have some more capital. Hey, Michael's here. He finally made it. Tug says, thanks, Chris. You got it, my friend. All right. So we're out of FI. I'm going to take this off so I don't look at it again. Let's go to CIN. Closing at G28. I think this one also needs a close. I can't remember. Have to check. G27 yesterday, G29 today. So it's over and above the heat map target of G28. So also need to close CIEN. Told you we'd have work to do today. CIEN. CIEN. We did not roll this one, so it's still on the 50 strike. So we got into this one around 585 is my number. Just a second here. All right, so we're going to close CIEN. And 50 strike. All right, from 790 to 780 to 810 or 8 on the nose. Okay, so I'll try 790 to start with. All right, not getting filled. Drop it to 785 and surely we'll get filled. Yes. Okay. Fill to close CIEN at 795. Or no, 785. Yeah, 785. That's right. Okay. So it's 785 on CIEN. That's a 34% gain for me. These are great numbers. Reply. All right, 827 closed CIEN. 50 calls for 785, which was a 34.11% win and a 2.94% portfolio impact. And the heat map target hit. I'll take it. I love it. All right. Out of FI, out of CIEN. Move on to the next one. XLB. This has been a really tremendous trade for me. All right, XLB. We rolled XLB up to the 90s. Let's take a look. So we don't have any order blocks in the way, not below the half ATR, not below the 10 EMA, not below yesterday's low. We're already profitable. So let's go to XLB real quick. I don't think this one comes off today. So on a strength of G13. G5, G8. So no, we're not there yet. Went from G5 yesterday to G8 today. So XLB stays on. I don't have a reason to take it off. Let's go to RF, Regions Financial. We just put this one on yesterday. Still in the strength at G29. No order block. Well, there's an order block up here, but it's got about $1 to go to get there, which would be great. I'd love to see that. Not below the half ATR, not below yesterday's low. Let's go check out the heat map. Went from G19 yesterday to G20 today. Looking to get out at G29, which is that 10-point spread. So closed FI and CIEN, still holding XLF, XLB, and RF. Okay, cool. So now you should have some more money to play with. Let's go play with it. The next step is to run the screener. Now, there was an issue with this earlier today. It's been resolved. If you had an issue, double check again now. You should be good to go. I could get in just a little bit ago. Brian confirmed he was able to get in. Mahesh, I don't think updated everybody, but it is working now. Oh, he said it was a server issue that should be resolved. Okay, cool. So we're good there. So in the screener, this is my criteria that I look for. And now I'm going to take that list and run it through a simple chart scanner. It's going to check for a few things, but I've already done that. Here's the list. I'm only going to select the bullish sectors, and we got these on here. Funny enough, Harley Davidson is on here. If you guys remember, I told this story the other day. I don't know what these like phantom things are I keep clicking on. So yeah, I just clicked on another one. And another one. What is that? Anyway, Harley Davidson was my project when I was in college. I owned a Harley. My dad owned a Harley. And I was working on the student-led investment fund in my grad school. And we all had to present something, right? And of course, I had to pick the thing that I was most excited about as to why it was a good investment. Looking back at it, it could have been a horrible investment at the time. But these were like, we're going to buy it, we're going to hold it for 6 months to a year type of investments versus trading it like we do. So I don't remember what it was at that time, but I was excited to see it on the list today. So looking on the list today, we have Cube. That is a gorgeous trend right there. We have EQR, also another gorgeous trend. Hog, Harley Davidson. Not as gorgeous, but still works. And then NC. We traded NC not all that long ago. And NC has some room. How much room does it have? It's got 4% up to an order block, so it should be okay. Sebastian, yes, lots of updates. We closed FI and we closed CIEN. And now we're looking at these four guys: Cube, EQR, Hog, and NC. So hog, EQR, cube, and NC. So hog, clearly the alphabet doesn't work for both of us. Cube, EQR, NC, hog. Okay, got it. Now we're going to start with the highest back test and work our way down. And then confirm the heat map's not already stalled. So let's start with the highest back test, which is, that's right, 62, 31, 25, or 20. So 62, we'll start there. For cube. In fact, what we could do is hog, NC, and EQR. And we can just eliminate real quick. So let's zoom in to cube. G24 yesterday, G26 today. That's good. Hog was G12 yesterday, G13 today. NC. G3 yesterday, G5 today, and EQR. G26 yesterday, G26 today. All right, cool. So EQR, we need to take off our list. So we're down to 3. Let's start with cube. Here's my options criteria. 21 days or more till expiration. 250 plus or more open interest. Less than 50-cent bid-ask spread. 20% or less extrinsic value and around 80 delta. Imagine if you had OVTLYR then to perform analysis. Oh my gosh, Brian. Brian's been with me since day one, like we talked about yesterday. He has seen just how much things have improved since then. Yeah, no doubt, dude. Okay, so we're in cube, right? All right, cube. There's no open interest. Even if we go to October, no open interest. So we won't trade cube. Just that fast. I don't care about cube. I'm out of here. So then we have hog and then NC. Harley Davidson, it does at the 68 delta have some, but the extrinsic value is going to be way too high. 67 cents on 205. 32%. Yeah, that's not going to work for me. And then these up here, 105 and 148. We could look in October real quick. Yeah, there's nobody home. Okay, so we'll be trading Harley Davidson. What are these phantom things I keep clicking on? It's got to be something when I copy and paste out of OVTLYR that does it. NC. Here we go. Well, we got some liquidity. So this one looks all right. The 85 delta, oh, but this is $1 wide. I won't trade $1 wide. Could go the one below it. That's 30 cents wide. 87 cents on $4. Actually, is pretty good. 87 on 400. 21.75. I can live with that. 280x open interest. Even though it's a 74 delta, it fits everything else. The delta is just an approximate like target to help us get to the right spot. But you know what? I don't see any issues with that. NC, September 20th, 62 and a halves. NC, September 20th, 62 and a halves. Now, get your position sizing. I always like to say you can do it the old school super ultra hard way, or you can go inside the VIP investors toolkit in the Discord here. Scroll up to the power scanner. It's going to be this file here, and then just type in NC. After you've filled in your account balance and your risk tolerance per trade, and then it just does all the work for you. It's a lot easier. Okay, very cool, very cool. All right, so you've got your position size, and let's go put that trade on. So we're looking at the NC September 20th, 62 and a halves. NC September 20th, 62 and a halves. Really at 395. Let's see what we can do. Build at 395 as it immediately goes to 390. That's annoying. But that's okay. I got in at 395. Let me put one of these on here. Trade number one of the day, 827. Trade number one, bought that. NC 62 and a halves for 695, 395. Currently at 65.48. Cool. So that's the last one to put on today. It's got room. It's got close to $3 of room to the upside till it hits an order block. So I'm good with that. So let's remove this segment. Let's fill in all of our details here. So the ATR value, looking in this corner down here, currently is at 155. 1.55 divided by 2, 77.5 cents. So let's hit opening. So 65.48 minus 78. 64.70. Let's do 65.48 plus 1 dot. What was it? 155? Yeah. 67.30. And then again, gets us to 68.58, which would be solidly in this order block, and I would be okay with that. Cool. So that is everything we're going to do today, right? We took off 2 trades, we added 1, we confirmed the others, XLF, XLB, and RF. I didn't have a reason to take off, but we did identify that we'll be taking off XLF tomorrow, because no matter what, it's going to hit the heat map value that we're looking at. So a lot to do today, but of course, it's all to plan, right? And it's so cool to see how great OVTLYR is working right now, isn't it? So thank you all so much for coming to today's OVTLYR Trading Room. Feel free to reach out to the Discord or in the Discord if you need any help. Thanks so much for coming. I will see you right back here tomorrow. Have a great afternoon, and we'll talk soon.